Nike's quality control issues have been coming under more and more scrutiny.
Of his shoe. That's unbelievable.
He broke his shoe with his own foot.
From issues with the recent Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined to the infamous Panda Dunks. It's been issues after issues with quality control. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Eli, and today we're going to take a closer look at Nike's growing quality control issues.
Bam! I'm not giving it to Marcus.
Hold on. What kind of shoe is this? I gotta find out what kind of shoe this is.
According to Investopedia, quality control, or QC, is a process through which a business seeks to ensure that product quality is maintained or improved. And from the looks of it, Nike has been lacking in both areas. A sneaker from recent memory that has had bad issues with quality control was the Air Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. From issues with mismatched leather,
mismatched, tumbled on this side, smooth on this side,
mismatched elephant print, and issues with the toe overlay. For a sneaker that costs $210, anyone would be pissed. For that price, they better be perfect. But even looking online, you can see that there are many examples of bad quality control. From the Jordan 1s, to Air Forces, to the Travis Scotts, to whatever the hell this is.
Bruh.
But the most famous, or infamous, shall I say, sneakers that have become a staple of Nike's bad quality control have been the Panda Dunks. I mean, the Dunks in general, but it just seems that the Panda Dunks seem to be the most common and they seem to catch the most flack. But the quality control on the Dunks has been so bad that Street magazine has actually compiled a list of the 8 most common issues with the Nike Dunks. So I wanted to see for myself if I could find any issues with Nike's quality control. So I ordered a pair of Panda Dunks. These come directly from Nike. We're gonna see how many of the 8 most common issues with the Dunks we can get for ourselves. All right, the first one is brown or black staining on the upper or midsole area. So I got a little bit of brown on this side, but it's nothing too egregious. If anything, we'll probably let it pass. Number 2 is visible stains and matching remnants stuck to the outsole. I would say they get a pass. Now here's a pretty big one. Excess glue stains on the tongue, midsole, or laces. Definitely on the back, we got some glue stains. Nothing super visible, but you can tell. Next up, we got holes in the toe box or lace holes that are not fully stamped. Nope, Nike gets a pass on this. All the holes look pretty well stamped. Next up, we got furry and frayed edges of the leather overlays. No, we definitely got some fraying. Next up, we got excess or sloppy stitching on the upper. No, the stitching on these is actually really decent. It's very passable. Next up, we got quirky leather shapes on the side panels. We definitely have an odd shape right here. It looks like the leather got kind of pinched or something. I'm not sure what happened, but definitely not a pass. And lastly, we got excessive spacing between the eye stay panels and the overlays. Honestly, the eye stays look decent for me, in my opinion. Nike gets a pass. So my Dunks got 5 passes out of 8, which is a 62.5%. An affected bystander of Nike's bad quality control has been the authenticators and the third-party resale sites like StockX. High-quality fakes have managed to flood the market, especially with the phenomenon of UAs or unauthorized authentics, which claim to be made in the same factories with the same materials but at a steep discount. They're just supposedly not authorized by Nike. So you can imagine how attractive and lucrative something like that would be. So it's no surprise that nefarious actors have used fakes to infiltrate third-party resale sites. Towards the end of 2022, Nike sued the StockX reselling platform for allegedly selling counterfeit shoes and having an unreliable authentication process. StockX, for their part, says that their shoes pass authentication checks that Nike itself approved, pretty much implying that the quality of fakes have managed to get better than that of genuine sneakers. High quality fakes mixed in with low quality genuines have really managed to muddy the waters and have oftentimes made it difficult for authenticators to differentiate them. So back to quality control. We know that defects happen from time to time. Nike, after all, is the 13th most valuable company today, according to Forbes. In 2023, Nike's revenues reached $33.1 billion. That same year, Nike produced 800 million pairs of shoes. That's about 26 pairs every second, and half of those were made in Vietnam. So with that many shoes being produced, there's bound to be a few bad eggs. Now, Nike knows this, and the defective shoes would actually be covered under warranty. Yes, Nike has a warranty on their sneakers. If your shoes are flawed or they're within 60 days of purchase, you can get a refund according to Nike. If they are past the 60 days, but within 2 years of the manufacturing date, you would then return them to Nike. Alright, cool. So if you get a bad shoe, just return it to Nike and problem solved, right? Well, it's not always that simple. In 2023, 15-year-old Spencer Potter had purchased, with the help of his parents, a pair of $400 Nike soccer cleats endorsed by Cristiano Ronaldo. And after 10 weeks, they ripped. His father called Nike and was told to return the shoes from where he got them. But the third-party retailer told him that Nike was responsible, starting the dreaded back and forth. But he finally got a case number and was told to ship the shoes to Nike for inspection. 2 weeks later, they got the shoes back with a note saying that Nike had declined to offer a replacement, saying that the issue was not due to a material or manufacturing fault. They actually ended up buying a second pair of $400 Nike cleats because Nike had finally agreed to reimburse them. And 3 months later, the second pair developed cracks on the sole. Look, I know there's a lot of success stories out there where people get a refund or a replacement on a faulty pair of shoes. In Potter's case, and to Nike's credit, they offered a refund on both pairs of cleats. But I'm also sure that there are stories that don't end up like this. And I think it really highlights a big reason why a lot of people don't exercise the warranty whenever they have issues with their Nike sneakers. First of all, I think a lot of people don't even know that Nike had a warranty. I know I didn't before making this video, and if you didn't either, you're welcome. Secondly, it's a big hassle to return shoes for quality control reasons, especially if it's outside that 30 to 60 days. You might get a replacement, you might get a refund, but you also might get told to kick rocks because they're within variants, or Nike might completely wash their hands of any responsibility, like in the beginning of the Potter Cleat saga. And thirdly is normalization. While researching this video on Reddit, I noticed that many people underneath a quality control post would comment things like, "This quality is common and expected," and messages like, "Bro, just wear the sneakers, they're not that bad." So there's something really to be said about the normalization of bad quality control amongst consumers. It kind of reminds me of the gaming industry, where a faulty or unfinished game on release is pretty commonplace, unfortunately. A mixture of hype and FOMO causes a lot of consumers to ignore red flags or to turn a blind eye to it completely. Either way, Nike comes out on top. And to be honest, as long as Nike doesn't have AI levels of bad quality control, I really think they'll be just fine. Nike is such a cultural mainstay in the sneaker game that with the right level of hype and FOMO, consumers will buy just about anything with the swoosh on it. And with their juggernaut levels of revenue, it would be super easy for them to just pivot and focus on quality control if they really wanted to. But as long as the shoes are selling and the revenues are growing, why bother? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, guys, let me know if you guys have any suggestions on topics like this one. And as always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.